guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 to 48 hours. My god, man, the amount of news that's come out has been absolutely ridiculous. But of course, I will do my best to cover everything. We're going to talk about, of course, those new signings. Firstly, in the attack, Raphinha, Lewandowski, Mane, Salah, Jesus. Secondly, in defense, Azpilicueta, and also the left-back battle between Alonso and Grimaldo. In the midfield as well, Umtiti, Marc, Bernardo Silva, and of course, player sales as well. The club want to sell so many players this summer and have already done so. They have already sold Philippe Coutinho to Aston Villa. I will have the details on that. That is already a done deal. Ousmane Dembele contract renewal update as well, and also an update on the CVC operation. Of course, that's very, very important, with the club, of course, planning on signing 7 new players and selling 10 players as well. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 300 likes on this video. It'll be very, 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 very much appreciated. I worked very hard in this video, and of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. Now, the first player that we have been linked with is, of course, Robert Lewandowski. Coming in from Sport, firstly, they've come out saying that Barcelona do not want to throw in the towel quite yet and still remain optimistic and considers Lewandowski as a priority signing this summer. His agent sees real odds of him leaving and will look for him to do so for a figure that does not exceed over 40 million euros. Now, if you don't know already, Erling Haaland to Man City has been confirmed, and apparently Bayern Munich went in for him last second to replace Lewandowski, but of course Haaland said no because of his relationship with Borussia Dortmund, and also he wanted to go to Man City, and that move has upset Lewandowski. He now wants to go to Barcelona. He's looking at it. He thinks it's a great option, great new experience, great league as well, and also increases his chance of winning the Ballon d'Or potentially in the next couple of seasons. The question now is, will Lewandowski force the move out? Because if he doesn't, I cannot see Bayern Munich letting him go. They'll try to renew his contract. If they offer him what he wants, he'll stay. If not, Lewandowski wants to leave. And the question is, will he force that move? We'll have to wait and see. But right now, in the striker position and as that marquee signing, no doubt Lewandowski is the #1 target and the priority this summer, and Barcelona currently remain optimistic. Now, if Barcelona do not sign Robert Lewandowski this summer, they do have some other backup options in case that signing is not materialized. First, coming in from Juan Marti, he's come out saying that within Barcelona, they consider Gabriel Jesus and Sadio Mane as 2 very interesting players, especially Sadio Mane. Barcelona value their qualities, and their current contracts both expire next summer in June 2023. Now, firstly, on Gabriel Jesus, there will be a lot of interest, and of course a lot of top teams this summer need a striker, and he's currently set at a very reasonable price of around 30 to 35 million euros, and of course play for Man City under Pep's system. You all know if you chuck him into any team, he will do a quality job for you. I would take Jesus at Barcelona. I think he's a good player. Maybe we can bring that fee down a bit more, but again, would he be, top 3, top 5 on my list? I would say so, depending on all the other options out there, basically Lewandowski or basically no one else at this point. I think Jesus is a decent option, but right now Barcelona like him, but don't really want to pursue him that much. They do, as the two, of course, prefer Sadio Mane. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Sadio Mane is another forward on Barcelona's radar. He's out of contract next summer in June 2023, and if he leaves Liverpool, he wants to play in La Liga with a special preference for Barcelona, and his future will be decided after the season ends. So apparently, if Mane leaves Liverpool, his first destination is La Liga, more specifically Barcelona. It's gonna be, what's he gonna cost, man? 1 year left on his contract. Liverpool, they asked, for 50, 60, maybe 70 million. He's gonna want big wages as well. I think Mane is a decent player, but I think he's a decent player when he's the focal point. I think he needs to be the star player. I think alongside Salah, he can cope with him, but when he's, been the single focal point of the team, when Salah came in back in 2018, Mane was the star player, then Salah grew a bit, but then Mane also grew with him as well. I think coming to Barcelona, having all the other star players as well, I don't know if he'll fit in or not, but I would definitely take Mane over Salah, and we also have been linked with Salah as well from Mundo Deportivo. They came out saying that Mo Salah is Barcelona and Xavi's great desire, but his salary demands and also reaching an agreement for the transfer with Liverpool makes things very complicated. Now, out of the two, I would go for Mane. Let me know in the comments who you would choose. I think Salah is a ball hog. I think Salah cares about himself more than the team, in the sense that he wants to achieve his personal objectives, goals, and assists, all that sort of stuff. Of course, he wants to win the league. He wants to win the Champions League. He has aspirations for that. But I was watching the Tottenham game the other day against Liverpool. My God, he had like 30 opportunities to pass to Mane and Luis Diaz and never did so. Went for a goal himself, and I think at Barcelona he will get crucified for that. So for me personally, I wouldn't go for him. And also Mane is cheaper, and in my opinion, are around the same level. Of course, Salah 1v1 is better, but I think Mane is definitely close second place. So these two players, no doubt, Barcelona's dreams, but of course right now it's very, very unlikely. It depends on Liverpool what they demand this summer, and currently Liverpool want to keep both these players this summer, so we'll have to wait and see. But finally, the dream of Joan Laporta, not specifically Barcelona, is of course João Felix. Juan Martí came out saying that President Joan Laporta is a massive fan of João Felix, and Barcelona will always analyze if there is any chance of getting him whenever it is possible. But Barcelona's focus right now is all on Robert Lewandowski. So every summer pretty much we're going to look at João Felix, see if it's feasible, see if the option is there. If not, we'll move on. If there is, of course, we will go in for him. He's one of a few players that the president likes. Of course, Dani Olmo's another one as well. Keep your eyes on him for next summer. I think he'll come in. But João Felix will always be a dream for Joan Laporta. It depends on Atletico Madrid, if they make Champions League or not, all that sort of stuff. But at this current moment, I would say for the next 2 years, João Felix is very, very unlikely. So we'll wait and see what happens. But again, no doubt Lewandowski is a #1 target. We'll probably focus on him. And then there are backup options in the background. You have, of course, Gabriel Jesus, Lukaku still lingering there as well. And then you have Mane and Salah, who are possible, but of course, very, very difficult. And then João Felix is, way out there as a dream signing. I just realized I spelled Barcelona's name wrong there on the caption. My bad. Sorry about that. So wait and see who will be the backup option for Lewandowski, but right now full focus is on the Polish striker. Now, along with Lewandowski, another priority for Barcelona this summer in the attacking position, more specifically, of course, on the wings, is to sign Raphinha, the Brazilian winger from Leeds United. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona are clear that they will have to sign a winger, even if Ousmane Dembele extends his contract. Currently, Raphinha is the favorite and the priority. Now, currently, Leeds United are indeed in the relegation zone, and if they get relegated, Raphinha will have a 25 million euro release clause, which of course is non-negotiable. If they stay up, he'll be available for around double that, around 40 to 50 million euros. So of course, we as Barcelona fans want Leeds to get relegated at this point. We'll have to wait and see, but right now I would say it's unclear in the sense of what we're going to pay for him. Of course, the club are interested, no doubt about that, but we have to wait and see what happens with Leeds. If they go down, I think Raphinha is like 90% going to join Barcelona. If they stay up, I'd probably put it at 40, maybe 50%. So I'll have to wait and see where Leeds end up at the end of the season. Now, along with those forwards and Lewandowski and Raphinha, another priority for Barcelona this summer is to reinforce the defense, more specifically at left back. It's pretty much guaranteed at this point that Barcelona will sign a new left back this summer. The question now is, who will it be? Now, Mundo Deportivo came out saying that here is the list of left backs that are on Barcelona's agenda for this summer: Marcos Alonso, Javi Galan, Grimaldo, Angelino, Moreno, Tagliafico, Pedraza, Gaia, Benzabani, and Sosa. These are the names that currently Barcelona are looking out for, and of course they do have their 3 to 4 favorites that they want to get, but this right here is the entire list that the club are currently looking at. Let's talk about some of the players that we have been linked with. Firstly is Sosa, coming in from Blind, of course, very, very reliable sources in Germany, where of course he plays right now. They've come out saying that Barcelona have started talks with Bruno Sosa, who does not want to miss out on the chance of joining Barcelona, and his transfer fee will be around 25 million euros, but then that was quickly shut down by Juan Martí. He came out saying that Bruno Sosa to Barcelona is currently unlikely because the club prefers other options over him, and he also will not be cheap either. 25 million euros, you can get, Grimaldo for 15, you can get Javier Galan for 18, those players who fit the system more, fit the league more, and will be cheaper as well. So Bruno Sosa right now, very, very unlikely. He's being linked right now to Manchester United, so you can forget about him. Let's now get into those big players, those players right now who are the favorites to come in at left back. Firstly is Javi Galan. Javi Miguel from AES, who of course is very, very close to Xavi, came out saying that Javi Galan continues to be Barcelona's priority for the left back position. However, Celta Vigo are asking for his 18 million euro release cost to be paid in full. For that reason, Barcelona are now considering other options like Alex Grimaldo or Marcos Alonso. So 18 million euros right now is throwing off the club. They're saying, that's a bit too much. Let's look at Grimaldo and Alonso, who for me right now, no doubt, are the two favorites. Firstly, on Alonso coming in from Romano, he's come out saying that Barcelona are just waiting for Chelsea's board to open talks with Marcos Alonso. He is a serious option to be the new left back this summer. He is the first option of a list of 3 candidates, and you probably guess those other 3 candidates are Grimaldo and of course Javi Galan. Alonso wants to return to Spain and he's open to joining Barcelona this summer. So again, Chelsea got the new owners in and Todd Bowley. Now we can actually negotiate with them. They're still trying to get integrated, finalize the sale of Chelsea, and then afterwards we can negotiate. But there has been some good news coming out. Neto came out saying that no doubt Marcos Alonso right now is the #1 target in the left back position for Barcelona, but negotiations have not yet advanced. His agent will have to look for a cheap transfer fee. Grimaldo at the moment is the most feasible option. Both players are open to leaving their current clubs and Barcelona are working on it. So apparently, Grimaldo is going to be cheaper than Alonso. Now, what I've been hearing, from sources and also from, the media as well, is that Barcelona want Marcos Alonso on a free transfer. They do not want to pay a single euro for him at this current moment. They want him for free. And if you don't want to get him for free, the cheapest, best option is Grimaldo, who will be around 10 to 15 million euros. And I think Alonso will be that same fee if Chelsea are asking for money and not letting him go for free. The Grimaldo remontada right now is looking very, very good. Of course, the whole entire Barcelona fan base does not want Alonso, but I think, in my opinion, if you get him on a free, I understand why Barcelona are going for him. They just want someone to come in as a quick fix. I get it, but of course, I'm not in favor of it. But if they're going to spend money on Alonso, I will be fuming. Every single penny should go towards, of course, Grimaldo. A guy is very unlucky right now. He will renew his contract with Valencia at this current moment, but of course, that situation can, change. Right now, for me, Grimaldo is the best, cheapest, and viable option on the market. We'll have to wait and see, but no doubt currently Alonso is still #1 target alongside Grimaldo and Javi Galan. Now, as you all probably know, the current left back at Barcelona is Jordi Alba. So selling him this summer is very, very unlikely, but there are reports coming in from Italy, more specifically from Calcio Mercato, saying that Juventus are interested in Jordi Alba and Barcelona are interested in De Ligt. However, the Italian club is demanding 50 million euros plus the left back in a possible swap deal for De Ligt, something Barcelona are not even considering at the moment. So quickly, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Would you offer 50 million euros plus Jordi Alba for De Ligt? For me, I think that's a great evaluation. You can value, Jordi Alba at 20, maybe 30 million euros plus 50. That's like 80 million euros for De Ligt. I personally would do it, but the problem is then you have to go sign 2 left backs. You gotta get in Grimaldo and Alonso, or maybe Gaia and Grimaldo. You get 2 quality left backs that of course will cost more. You can put 80, add to that maybe 40. So this whole entire operation will cost probably around 120 million euros. Personally, I would do it. Of course, I'm not stupid, no doubt about that. But let me know down in the comments below, would you do this operation in the swap deal for Jordi Alba and De Ligt this summer or not? Now, along with a left back, the club are also looking at the right back position as well. And the current main target there, without a doubt, is Cesar Azpilicueta. Firstly, coming in from AES, they've come out saying that Barcelona have reached an agreement with Azpilicueta. The player will have a gross salary of around 13 million euros per season and a 2-year contract plus 1-year option. Azpilicueta will also receive a bonus for joining Barcelona as a free agent if he does end up doing so at the end of the season. And Javi Miguel from AES came out saying that between the two of Alonso and Azpilicueta, the priority for Barcelona is to complete the signing of Azpilicueta. Everything's already done with the player. Then next will be Alonso, despite no agreement yet the player wants to join. So Azpilicueta, fully agreement with Barcelona, no doubt about that. The question now is, can he leave Chelsea for free? Of course, not many people in the fan base want both these 2 players, but again, Barcelona want both these 2 players on a free transfer. So we'll wait and see. I think right now Azpilicueta is a more feasible, more reliable one, but again, we have to wait for those new owners to come in, negotiate, discuss, all that sort of stuff. So for the right back position right now, the target is Azpilicueta, no doubt about that. We have been linked with 2 other names. Firstly, of course, is Sergi Canos. Coming in from Sport, they've come out saying that Brentford Sergi Canos has been offered to Barcelona and he would cost around 10 million euros, and his salary of course will not be a problem. Barcelona currently has not made any decision yet and will analyze the situation. Canos left Barcelona back in 2013. So of course, former Barcelona player playing as a wing back for Brentford right now on the right hand side. 10 million euros, that gets you Grimaldo. I'd go for that over this Canos guy. I've never heard of him since we've been linked with him. I'll be completely honest. All I know right now is that he's a wing back playing for Brentford in the Premier League. So I would stay clear. Azpilicueta for free or spend that money on Grimaldo. Both better and feasible options in my opinion. And finally is Hector Bellerin. Now these reports came out about half an hour before we played, of course, Betis on the weekend. And it came in from Helena Codes from Cope. She came out saying that Hector Bellerin was recently offered to Barcelona for next season. The club's response was at the moment they weren't interested, unlike last summer. So Barcelona were offered Bellerin over the past few days, and the club have said no. For me, Bellerin, that ship sailed 5 years ago. I would have got him at Arsenal when he was there firing. I think he would have been perfect, but now too little too late. He's absolutely shite. So we haven't offered Bellerin and we have said no. So those are the options right now. Right back, pretty much Azpilicueta or no one else. Now a position for Barcelona this summer that isn't the priority whatsoever, but we have been keeping tabs on that position just in case a good opportunity comes in, is of course the midfield. Firstly, we have been linked with Bernardo Silva, and this is coming in firstly from Mundo Deportivo. They came out with a very extensive report, and I feel like it's very important to share with you because it does give us some good insights. I will read it quickly just so we can get it over with. I don't want to waste too much time. They've come out saying that Frenkie de Jong's exit will only be considered if Barcelona are to sign a player of high quality. One such option is Bernardo Silva. Barcelona really like him. Xavi would be delighted with him as well, and to have a midfield three of Busquets, Pedri, and Bernardo Silva. Xavi recalls that Pep Guardiola's Barcelona triumphed and dominated the game would be a world-class level of two inside midfielders who dominate the ball like Iniesta and the coach himself, with Busquets as the pivot. With Pedri, Barcelona already have a similar kind of player with Frenkie de Jong. On the other hand, the very good characteristics are not similar to Xavi and Iniesta, but here is where Bernardo Silva's name comes in. Man City, a team which dominates the ball and attack with very few others, has a similar type of system with their two interiors. Xavi wants to have something similar to this, and the Barcelona's women team have a good example of this with Alexia Putellas and Aitana as well. Xavi wants to have a midfield who can compete with the ball well, play great in tight spaces, make good inside passes, and also contribute in front of goal as well. Midfielders who, rather than going for the ball, wait for it between the lines and also exploit them. Bernardo Silva has shown interest in leaving Man City on multiple occasions. His preference right now is to play in La Liga. Also, Silva's agent is currently, of course, Jorge Mendes, who has a great relationship with Barcelona and also had a meeting with Barcelona a few days ago. Silva is definitely on Barcelona's agenda, but no operation has been executed quite yet. Everything depends on how the market evolves, the wishes of both Frenkie de Jong and Bernardo Silva, and also the plans of Barcelona and Man City. So pretty much, long story short, the club want to see a midfield three of Busquets, Pedri, and Bernardo Silva. They feel that it completes the midfield more. It's very similar to Busquets, Xavi, Iniesta. Frenkie de Jong can do that role, can evolve into it, but right now Bernardo Silva is of course way better than him in that position. And if this deal were to happen, it depends on a lot of things. Firstly, Frenkie de Jong's future, Bernardo Silva's future, Barcelona's plans, and Manchester City's plans as well. Now, Fernando Porto from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona's interest in Bernardo Silva right now is confirmed. Barcelona consider him a great player who would help compete for titles immediately, and that he would fit right into the system as well. And finally, Juan Martin came out saying that Bernardo Silva is a player Barcelona likes a lot, but getting him will be almost impossible unless the club decides to sell Frenkie de Jong. Now, get in the comments, let me know right now, would you swap, theoretically, Bernardo Silva for Frenkie de Jong? Personally, I don't know, man. That's a real toss-up. I think I would only do it if it favors me. If they offer Bernardo Silva plus 30 million, 20 million for Frenkie de Jong, then I'm thinking, all right, we're in for it here. Maybe I would accept that, but as a straight swap, probably not. I would favor Frenkie de Jong for the long term. But I can understand why the club on Bernardo Silva. He is a fantastic player, man. I watched him against, Madrid in the two legs. I see him in the Premier League. He is an absolutely unreal footballer in that midfield as well, alongside Pedri, maybe Busquets. I think he could be world class. So we'll have to wait and see. There is interest, but again, this operation is very, very difficult. Now, of course, we don't have a current replacement for Busquets in the squad, and the club right now are analyzing that situation. And Sport have come out saying that currently there are 3 players on Barcelona's radar as possible replacements for Sergio Busquets. Firstly is Tchouaméni, secondly is Ruben Neves, and thirdly is a new name, Zubamendi from Real Sociedad. The problem is all of them will be very expensive, at least 60 million. Now, of course, Tchouaméni, we have no chance. Real Madrid, PSG are all desperate for him. They're going to be offering around 80 million euros. That's out of the question. Ruben Neves, no doubt, we know the interest is there, but he'd be very expensive. So let's talk more about Zubamendi. So Sport came out saying that Barcelona are looking for a new midfielder to compete with Busquets next season and grow alongside him next season as well, which could be his last season at the club, and then eventually take over him. Xavi, the coaching and the sporting sector, is working on this operation, and currently Zubimendi is a player that Barcelona like the most, and they see him as a player who is the most similar to Busquets right now. His current contract at Real Sociedad is until June 2025 with a 60 million euro release clause, which Barcelona will have to negotiate. So right now, Xavi thinks that Zubimendi is the perfect replacement for Busquets. That's of course feasible, viable, and realistic. I've never seen him play before. Of course, I've seen him play when he faces Barcelona, but I haven't heard of this player before. I've looked into him a bit. He looks decent, very, very young as well, but 60 million euros. That is a big risk. I'm smelling a bit of, Andre Gomez 2.0. Great promise, can come to Barcelona and absolutely flop. And then again, it's another Spanish player coming into the team. So I think you have to bet on Xavi. If Xavi wants this player, you should go for him. But then again, you have to bring down that price. I think 60 million euros is way too much. And of course, we have other priorities. 25 for Raphinha, 40 for Lewandowski, at least 10 to 20 for a new left back. If it's not, of course, Marcos Alonso on a free transfer. So do you have the money available for that? I'm not quite too sure. But there is a cheap option out there available for Barcelona, and that is Marc Roca from Bayern Munich. TV3 have come out saying that Marc Roca is who Xavi wants to replace Busquets with. Xavi already spoke with the player back in December when Barcelona faced Bayern Munich in the Champions League. Bayern would accept a fee right now of around 10 to 15 million euros for him. Now, this is in Barcelona's budget. Now, if you don't know, Marc Roca is an Espanyol former player. He's in their academy. He got sold from Espanyol to Bayern Munich, so he's from the area, but from the wrong side of the area. I mean, 10 to 15 million euros, I don't see why not. It's between him and then you have Zubimendi, who's 60, 10 to 15. It's a no-brainer, but we'll wait and see. I think right now the midfield, like I said before, and I'll say it again, is absolutely stocked. You have Busquets, Kessie, Nico, Pedri, Frenkie de Jong, Roberto, Ricky Puig currently in the midfield, and of course Gavi, almost forgot about him. 8 midfielders currently. So I think Barcelona, first of all, they'll have to get rid of some players, maybe Ricky Puig out on loan, Nico out on loan, and then decide to bring in a new midfielder. So I'll have to wait and see, but as a favor for Busquets right now, the replacements, Zubimendi and Marc Roca are on the agenda, and also Bernardo Silva as a more advanced midfielder. So overall, a quick summary, a quick recap on what Barcelona's plan is for this summer coming up. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona will make a minimum of 5 signings this summer. A right back, right now the favorite is Azpilicueta. A left back, the favorite right now is Alonso. A midfielder right now, the dream is Bernardo Silva, but it could be that Busquets replacement. And of course, a forward who the dream right now is Lewandowski and Raphinha. And the 5 signings is alongside already signed 2 players, Kessie and Christensen. So the club are planning on making 7 new signings this summer. That's going to be crazy. I agree with it though. I think, all these players coming in is perfectly fine with me. I think this would be a 10 out of 10 dream summer. Of course, if you can just, get another left back other than Alonso, this would be a 10 out of 10. But with Alonso, probably give me 8, 9 out of 10. This would be a fantastic summer to pull off, but again, it will be very, 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 very difficult. We'll have to wait and see what the club do. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Now, with the club planning on making 7 new signings this summer, players will have to leave. Reportedly, Barcelona want to get rid of 10 players in the current squad. Let's talk about some of them. Firstly is Neto, of course. Sport have come out saying that Neto will 100% leave Barcelona this summer and probably on a free transfer as well. Of course, just to get rid of him, get rid of his weekly wages. I think he can we saw him, he played very well against Betis. He's still a good goalkeeper. I would try to get, maybe 5 million for him. I think any club can pay 5 million for him. I mean, even, I don't know, Huesca or Eibar can pay that 5 million euros for a top quality goalkeeper for them, of course. We'll wait and see. Hopefully we can get a fee for Neto, but most likely he will leave on a free deal as, termination of contract, a mutual agreement, consent, something like that. We'll wait and see on Neto, but 100% he will be leaving the club this summer. Another player who will 100% leave the club this summer, but on loan, is Samuel Umtiti. Juan Martin came out saying that Samuel Umtiti is now open to leaving Barcelona on loan this summer. Now, we do have some players coming back from loan, but I think just getting rid of Umtiti is very, very important. Let him go out there, play some regular football, maybe get some, decent form back. He has not played. He played 1 game this season, man. 1 game this whole entire season. I think last season he only played he started 3, maybe came on for 10. He's played, I would say, 5 games in the overall, including sub appearances. 5 games in the past 2 years. You've got to get rid of him. And of course, Lenglet will be a problem now. He'll be the next Umtiti. We'll have to wait and see. I think Clement Lenglet right now is the main objective for Barcelona to get rid of in the defense alongside Clement Lenglet, and he's now open to leaving the club on loan. Another player on Barcelona's exit block this summer without a doubt is Martin Braithwaite, who currently under Xavi has played less than 90 minutes since he's been appointed as the new manager, and Sport came out saying that Brighton Albion are one of the teams that remain interested in Martin Braithwaite, but there is a problem. The forward has a contract until June 2024 and a salary of around 4 million euros annually, which makes him too expensive for most suitors. Of course, 4 million per season is around about 75 to 80k per week. We could see a Neto here. We could see Barcelona let Martin Braithwaite leave for free just to get rid of him and his wages as well. I'm sick and tired of letting players go for free, but I understand why we're doing it. I'd rather him go for free than keeping him, of course. But we gotta get some transfer fees, man. We want to go buy players. We need some money coming in. You could sell Martin Braithwaite to 5 to 10 million euros. I promise you. Go to Valencia. Go to Real Betis. Say, look, 5 million for Braithwaite. Do you want him or not? They will say yes, but the problem is the club want the clubs to come to them. That's what I feel like, in my opinion. So we'll wait and see on Braithwaite. No doubt, and I mean no doubt, he's on the exit block this summer. If he's in the Barcelona shirt next season, I'll be ashamed and shocked. Again, he has to go for his future and the club's future as well. But a player who Barcelona have indeed sold over the past 24 hours, breaking news, is Philippe Coutinho to Aston Villa. Firstly, it was Fernando Polo who broke the news from Mundo Deportivo. Credit to him. He came out saying that Barcelona is about to sell Philippe Coutinho to Aston Villa for around 15 to 20 million euros. And then after that, the floodgates opened. Mateo Morito, Gerardo Romero, Moses Malloran, Samuel Marsden, everyone came out confirming it, and of course as well Fabrizio Romano. He came out saying that Aston Villa are really confident to sign Philippe Coutinho on a permanent deal very, very soon. Villa have also already reached a full agreement with Philippe Coutinho on his new salary. It's now up to the two clubs to reach an agreement, and apparently according to reports right now, the agreement has been reached for 20 million euros. Not the 40 option that they had, of course. Apparently, there were, the reports coming in before this came out saying that Newcastle were willing to pay 40 million euros for him, but the club said, you know what, we're giving him to Aston Villa for 20 million euros. It sucks. It really does suck. Of course, we paid 130 for Coutinho. We just sold him for 20, so that's, around 120 million euro loss right there if you include variables, all that sort of stuff. It sucks, but the most important thing, of course, was getting rid of his 500k a week off the wage bill. That's all the club cared about. I think if it came down to it, really, the club will let him go for free. I'm 100% sure of that because they just did not want to pay his wages anymore. And in the end, he will now go to Aston Villa on a permanent deal. Of course, Steven Gerrard was an absolute crucial role in this. He was pushing for Coutinho like no tomorrow. In my opinion, if Steven Gerrard was not the manager of Aston Villa would not buy him. He probably would have went to maybe Arsenal, Tottenham, or Newcastle United, but Aston Villa would not pay for him, and they only signed him because of the request from the manager, from Steven Gerrard. So Philippe Coutinho has been sold, 100% confirmed, done deal. Of course, an official announcement will be coming soon, but Coutinho to Aston Villa on a permanent move, and Barcelona will receive around 20 million euros. And also, we do have a 50% right of future sale as well. So if Aston Villa sell Coutinho in the future, we will get 50% of that deal. So they sell Coutinho, let's say, down the line in the next 5 years for around 10 million euros, we will get 5 million euros out of that. So great deal overall for Barcelona, and in the end, Philippe Coutinho's chapter at Barcelona has come to an end. Let's now discuss the players at Barcelona whose futures right now are very, very unclear. Firstly, the most unclear right now is Frenkie de Jong. Fabrizio Romano came out saying that Manchester United and Manchester City like Frenkie de Jong a lot. De Jong will leave Barcelona only if the club decides to sell him, and they only happen in the case of a very good offer is received, and Man City know that he'll be very, very expensive this summer. So again, hearing the same thing, will only sell him if a good offer comes in, and Frenkie de Jong does want to go to a club that's playing Champions League football, if of course he does leave Barcelona. Next up is his Dutch teammate Memphis Depay. Sport came out saying that Memphis Depay has many options to leave Barcelona in the summer. The player could agree to leave if it's sportingly and economically beneficial for him. He's on the market, and Barcelona want to make money from his sale. Of course, they brought him in for free. Anything they sell him for will be making money regardless. The question is now, will the club sell him. Like I've always said, and I'll say it again, it does depend a lot on the Lewandowski operation. If we sign Lewandowski, I think Depay will leave. But if we sign, Gabriel Jesus, God forbid Lukaku, I think Depay will end up staying. But one striker at the club that will be staying this summer is, of course, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Sport came out saying that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang will certainly continue at Barcelona next season, regardless of the arrival of the new striker like Lewandowski. He has integrated very well at the club, and Xavi is a great supporter of the striker. So Oba staying 1000% no matter what. If we sign Lewandowski, Mbappe, whoever it may be, Aubameyang will stay as the backup. Or of course, if we don't sign those players, we get Gabriel Jesus or Depay, he could stay in as the starter. So overall, just a quick summary and recap on the players that Barcelona want to get rid of, and also the futures of some players who are currently in doubt. Currently, the club, of course, want to sign 7 new players this summer, and Mateo Alemán is currently planning for 10 players to lead the club this summer. Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo came out saying that Xavi has acknowledged the fact that exits will occur during the summer. The obvious players that are up for sale right now are currently Neto, Lenglet, Umtiti, Mingueza, Ricky Puig, and Braithwaite, while Adama and Luke de Jong will end their loans and not continue at Barcelona. Memphis and Frenkie de Jong sit in the middle of the fence as Barcelona will consider their sale if a good offer is received. Dembele and Dani Alves are 2 players that Barcelona are waiting for their renewal. A decision will be made on Dani Alves while negotiating for Dembele is taking some time. We'll talk about Dembele in a few seconds. Philippe Coutinho has been sold, of course. Trincao, Pjanic, and Inaki Peña and Collado will all come back from the loans, and only Inaki Peña and Collado have a chance of staying. So Trincao and Pjanic will be sold or go back on loan this summer, with Inaki Peña and Collado coming back in the team. They most likely will do preseason with the first team this summer. And apparently, according to reports, Collado could be staying in the first team as the backup winger for Dembele and Raphinha as well. So wait and see. No doubt there'll be a lot of sales with Barcelona to, of course, comply with the new signings coming in the summer. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly and only on the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele. Coming in from the Yachty ARA, they've come out saying that Barcelona have offered Ousmane Dembele a contract with a lower than salary than what he currently earns at 20 million gross per season. The conversation should resume this week. However, both parties seem to be firm that the demands, hence an agreement, seems very, very unlikely. Some board members don't think the club should make an effort to renew Ousmane Dembele. They mention his acts of unprofessionalism, injury record, and low goal scoring stats in his time at Barcelona. So apparently the boardroom right now is unsure on Ousmane Dembele's renewal. What I'm hearing right now, and what other sources are saying as well, is that currently the club are waiting for 2 things to, renew Dembele's offer for his contract. Firstly, qualification for the Champions League, which has been done, and secondly, a CVC agreement on that new deal to get that cash injection in, because right now the club don't really have that much cash, and that's why the club are waiting for those 2 that could be completed to offer Dembele his new contract renewal. But the club are studying new formulas, and they will make one final offer for Dembele. If he accepts it, he'll stay. If not, he will leave on a free transfer at the end of the season. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is that Barcelona right now are on the verge of signing the new CVC deal. This is broken Juan Marti. He's come out saying that Barcelona are in advanced talks with CVC, and currently it is looking very probable that the deal will be completed soon. Of course, the CVC deal is crucial, and I mean crucial, for the club to offer Dembele a renewal, Gavi a renewal, sign Lewandowski, Raphinha, Alonso, Azpilicueta, new midfielder, and of course, sell players as well. The CVC is like the core of the earth. Without it, we are screwed, and I mean seriously screwed. If we don't sign CVC, the club will have to look for a new operation to do, like CVC, go look for it, negotiate, all that sort of stuff, and waste so much time. The CVC is so important. They've already partnered with La Liga, just makes it more easier for us, and now we have to find an agreement. But of course, that agreement has to be in agreement with us, has to comply with us. No 50-year TV rights, none of that crap. It has to be strict and of course favorable to Barcelona as well. We'll wait and see. Right now we are in advanced talks, looking very good, and agreement right now is currently set to be reached very soon. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course leave your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. Let me know your thoughts about everything. Coutinho being sold, new midfielder, new defense, new attack, who do we sell, renewal on Dembele, all your thoughts down below. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below as well if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.